Okay. I promised to do the live Q&A session. I decided to jump right back on. I figured, yeah, I got my Louise sitting here ready. I was breaking it down. I said, you know what? I can go ahead and walk at you bubblegum. Because right now, Leslie, it's just me and you. You may be the only person. So, you know, it's not like it ain't like I got to really prepare myself because we doing this very last minute. So, I got my Louise. So, yes, I was quick. Because there'll be no sun if I lose you, baby. You know what, Leslie? I was actually pleasantly surprised. Like, my Capricorn video got like 300 views. And you know the other signs I don't get, the other signs I'll be lucky if the videos crack 100 views. And I was so surprised that Cappy's got like 300 views. I told another very good friend, a Capricorn of mine, that I was going to make sure that I'm going to make it my business. You have my word. I am going to be implementing more Capricorn videos onto the channel. In fact, since I am wide awake and this session probably won't go on that long, I may record another one for you guys tonight, okay? I am going to implement, you guys. That I was very surprised it got like 300 views. I was shocked, and that's a lot because outside of Pisces, no one does that. Even the collective reads may not touch 300, which I'll really be disappointed about because those reads are for everybody, and I know those reads tend to be more detailed to me, but whatever. Okay. But I wanted to let you know that actually I lost my train of thought. Sorry, text message. That conversation actually happened with a Capricorn and me this morning. Because I thought about her last night, and I know that you guys don't always get notifications when I upload certain things. So I figured you guys may not even get the notification that I uploaded a Capricorn video. So I sent it to her. And her and I were texting this morning. And when I went and I looked at the views, I'm like, damn, Capricorn got 300 views. Let me make sure that I keep, that means that they, they watched. It's a start. So I'm definitely going to implement. You will see those Capricorn reads, Leslie, and I'll start bringing them with more frequency. I'll try to give them as much as I give Pisces, Yeah. Well, you got to remember, Leslie, remember where Pisces are as far as the zodiac, right? We are the oldest. We've been everybody else. And I do believe that's why a Pisces read can resonate with any other sign, because I've been those signs in every other past life. It's something about the way I can relate. Listen, I'm not trying to brag or whatever, but I think that's why I have the ability to relate, and I can call out what's happening in someone's life, even if they're not a Pisces. I can tell them what the future is going to hold, and they may not have a lick of Pisces in their chart. Thank you, Marianne. I'm happy you caught it too. Hey, Shay, how you doing? How you doing, babe? That's your North Node. Yes. So that is where you're headed. That's your next lifetime, Leslie. It is. That's your North Node. And that could have everything to do with why you relate to me. For sure. All right. See? You see? See? And you know what? Recently, I told you I looked at my birth chart because I got my very, very old birth certificate with my time of birth on there. So I was able to look up my chart, and now I know exactly what it is. And Virgo is my rising. My moon is Aries. My Venus is Taurus. And what's crazy is now that I am opening up to that, that's another thing I'm going to implement. I'm going to start doing Taurus and Aries on the channel too, because I do have that in my chart. and even when I'm not like trying to consciously remember that, the fucking reads do hit. It's true that you should check out what's in your chart because it definitely resonates. Why Shay, why is looking at that little smile? Why does that smile seem a little devilish to me? Your moon in Aries too? Yeah. All right, Leslie. Well, I'm getting in your business now, so let's talk about what energies are present here. What's the present energies surrounding Leslie? What does she need to know, Spirit? What are the present energies here? What's present? Well. Do you see how the cards? Do you see? What was we just talking about? The Pisces in your chart, right? What was we just talking about, Leslie? Marianne, if you don't know your time of birth, from how I understand it, if you don't know your exact time of birth, then you in order to for sure know, you would like need to work with somebody who are professionals in it. But even without knowing the exact time I believe is what dictates your ascending sign, right? But I think you can still find out about like your houses and some of your other placements without that, if I'm not mistaken. I took a class recently someone suggested, and I meant to like really dive deeper into that, but I've been so busy. So Leslie, you coming up as the old high priestess here. You're coming up as the high priestess. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So first of all, Leslie, in the present, whatever your wisdom and knowledge is tied into, because I do feel like this high priestess has everything to do with your wisdom and knowledge as well. With the 10 of Pentacles. Girl, look. What you know, sis, whatever you know, your wisdom, your knowledge, your perception, your intuition, it's valuable, sis. It is valuable. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I also feel like your intuition could be telling you something about a 10 of Pentacles and an Ace of Pentacles as far as someone else's, right? Your intuition could be telling you that there is getting ready to be some sort of change with the 10 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. It doesn't feel bad though. It's something here about what you know. Like I said, I feel like it has a lot. It's more than just your intuition. This is more than just your intuition. This is about your wisdom. This is about you being wise. This also some shit that you done studied, right? This is you see she got a book under here, right? This is when you what you know, Leslie, you could read it like I feel like I could read the fucking book with my eyes closed. It's something about the book, you know it backwards and forwards with your eyes closed. And it got everything to do with this here. Big money, no whammies. Now, again, your intuition could also be telling you something about a 10 of Pentacles situation. It could be telling you that a 10 of Pentacles situation could be ending, right? Because the 10s could be ending. It could be telling you that a 10 of Pentacles situation, I hate it. My bracelet, I love it, but it snags on everything. It could be telling you that a 10 of Pentacles situation is ending, but then there's also an ace under there, so there's a new beginning, right? Okay, so let me see what's crossing this energy for Leslie. Girl, the truth. The only thing that's good. Listen, Leslie, what I'm picking up is the only problem is as far as what you know with the Ace of Swords, the truth hasn't been spoken, said, or revealed yet. Okay? I'm getting what you know to be factual is factual. The problem is that what you know hasn't been expressed or said yet, sis. That's what I'm getting. Look, Leslie. Look, Leslie. Yes. Yes, Pooh. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. You're gonna have to lean in. Because like I said, there's many layers and facets to what all you know here with the high priestess. But what what you know, it is fact. You do know for a fact. You do know fact. Yes, you do. It just hasn't been spoken or said yet. That's what's crossing. The problem is it just hasn't gotten out yet. Because with the high priestess, you're quiet, so you ain't saying shit, right? So I'm assuming that it's coming from someone else, because then I feel like you also know to keep your mouth shut. See, yeah, you know to keep your mouth shut. So the problem is that it's not for you to speak, right? But baby, you're right, and there's an Ace of Wands. There's an Ace of Wands. Yep, and 10 of Cups under here. So let's see where you're at in here. I like this, Leslie. So where's Leslie at? What's Leslie conscious of? I like this, Leslie. I feel the need to tell you, like with the high priestess being here, I feel like it's that energy. Because see, that intuitive shit, like everybody like the tarot reader, and it's all fun and games. Until like you really dive in and you get into intuition, because it can drive you fucking crazy. It's knowing the unknowable. It's I know, but I can't prove, right? Do you know how fucking frustrating that is? Leslie, the Hermit. Here's another wise, quiet, introspective card here. I used to say this was my silent couple. I used to say the Hermit and the High Priestess was two people who connect to each other on another realm. These are two people who are very wise, very perceptive. They look internally for answers. They know that internally knowing something. Now, again, Leslie, I could be picking up that you just know, like, to sit back and peep some ish and keep what you know to yourself and watch, right? If I'm just talking about you, whatever the situation is, it's something about you knowing about observing. Are you doing observations or something? It's something about observation. Like, I don't know. If it's something about you as far as work, you know that you're not supposed to, you're just supposed to be observing. What the fuck am I talking about, Leslie? What am I talking about, Leslie? Okay, but again, this could also be you. I feel like you do know it's a time for you to be quiet. It's something about you knowing it's a time to hold your fucking tongue. I feel like you know some shit that you know, but it's time for you to watch and like just to be quiet, and observe. But you may also know that someone is in this Hermit energy. Something about like you may. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why I feel like you may be. I don't know. It feels like, and I don't feel like this is literally what you're doing, but it's almost like you could be watching somebody take an exam or watching somebody doing some soul searching or something like that. Like, right? Well, cut my fucking legs and call me Shorty. Do you know that's the coldest shit you could have ever typed in the chat for me? Do you know how you just made my fucking night and woke me the fuck up? And girl, I'll be damned if I'm not gonna do a Capricorn video tonight. Are you serious? Okay, some of y'all may not be in the chat, but I feel like it's okay to repeat it, Leslie. What Leslie just said was work. Yes, I had to do research on something that is coming for some of the employees. I'm not supposed to tell anyone. You have to play dumb. Ooh. But you do know. No, Leslie, I know you're serious. You're like, listen, please don't think I'm hyping this up right now. Please believe that after all these years, I am still amazed by my gift. I'm humbled by that shit. Do you understand me? That is humbling. Because again, I'm not God. And I never thought myself to be particularly extraordinary. Like, I didn't treat myself like I thought myself I was extraordinary. I didn't push myself to do extraordinary things, even if I did suspect that I was extraordinary. Do you understand how that just blew my mind that you just said that to me? That is exactly what I said, and that is what it is. Thank you. Thank you. Girl, you just made my soul shake. Thank you. Thank you. Girl, I almost want to cry. Girl. Whew. The Fool. Big major arcanas. You may do know that some people are going to be sent packing. You may know something about some new cycles. So, some new beginnings, some new starts. You may also be knowing and feeling something about an Aries, sis. Right? Oh my God, girl, you gave me butterflies. You just gave me some fucking butterflies. It does. Leslie, it does. Let me tell you something. Like, believe it or not, y'all love me. And y'all jump on here. And y'all, I'm not saying this, I'm not, I swear, I'm not saying this in an arrogant way. Y'all may come on here and y'all may wait for me on bated breath. Y'all may hang on every word I say. Y'all may appreciate every message that I give y'all. But that is y'all. Y'all know this is the internet, and the internet is not a real place. Do you understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times, that energy I get from y'all, it mean a lot to me, because sometimes that may be the only place in my life that I'm encountering such appreciation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I am humbled when I am able to tell somebody some shit that I absolutely positively should not have no way of knowing. Like the fact that God could speak to me that way, even shuffling some fucking cards. I am humbled by that. I am humbled. I am truly humbled. And I'm inspired. And I've been going through some ish, and I've been wrestling back and forth about, honestly, I'm going to be keeping a stack with y'all. Like, should I even keep pursuing this and just going about my business and go find something else, find the next adventure in my life? And that's just crazy. Like, I thank you for, like, literally, sis. And that's funny. Like, you paid me, but you just gave me something very fucking valuable, and I appreciate that, Leslie. And since you're the only other person other than Big Dude, let me know if I'm taking too long for you. But I ain't forgot about you. But like, I thank you for that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, like seriously. I'm like, girl, I got tears in my eyes. I do. Thank you. I thank you. Like, girl, y'all see, y'all making me cry. Don't make me cry. But like, that's crazy. And anybody who's sitting in the chat with us, like, y'all hearing it. I don't know Leslie outside of YouTube. I have no way of knowing that Leslie was actually doing that. And I said, why am I picking up on this? And why? I was fucking right. Do y'all know how much being right mean to me in life? I think that's why people can't stand me in my real life. Like, know it all. She thinks she know it all. She thinks smart. She talk too much. She thinks she's too. I got people in real life that should love me, but like, they low key, they might love me, but they don't like me. They can't stand me. I mean, know it all. I told y'all I'm only an advisor on YouTube. A lot of people in real life don't listen to me, and they don't care. Not everybody, but yeah. Whew. Girl, you made me cry. But look at that. This is where you coming up. And whether this be about the Aries, you understand what I'm saying? Because you know how energy work. You know how it work. You do. And I just confirmed to you that you know what you know, right? Even if the truth has not been expressed yet, right? Even if it's about that, because here it is, right? You might know that someone else is doing some deep soul searching. some deep introspection. You might know that someone is on the verge of making some sort of leap here. Look, the Nine of Wands, wounded. Yes, some people are going to be hurt because they're going to be sent away. The Fool and the Wounded Warrior. Yep, the Empress and the Page of Swords. Ooh wee. Listen, baby. Whatever it is that you know, you learning, and that you watching, it's get you the Empress. It's guaranteed abundance to you. But you know about some changes that's taking place. You know. You're intuitively in every other way. Okay? You know. So let's talk about what you don't know. Okay? Eviani, whenever you ready, baby. Whenever you ready. I listen. I got them as cheap as $25 now. Like yeah, I feel like that's a really good bang for your buck. Okay, let's see what's going on. What you don't know. The Ten of Wands. See, this is going to be some shit that's going to be let go, right? Like for real, this is the energy of carrying heavy burdens, and whatever is being carried that is too heavy is going to be let go. The Hangman. See, there's a what's going on right now is I feel like this is like the Hangman gives me sometimes the energy of like the hangman's noose, but in a way, not in that literal of a way, but it's almost like the judge, jury, and the executioner, right? It's like the decision is being made. I feel like right now the hangman is like the enlightenment being sought, because the Ten of Wands is what's going on under the surface. There's an energy of some burdens that are just too heavy and having to be let go. See, the Queen of Pentacles and the Lovers. It's something about you are in that energy of attracting. Also, something about you just kind of hanging in there, right? Something about you having some sort of enlightenment, but just kind of hanging in there as well. Like that, what we talked about in that Pisces energy, because you the High Priestess, you're not saying shit. But I see that attraction for you because the Lovers is under there, and I see the Six of Pentacles under there. So this is you receiving, right? Give me more for what you're unaware of. Death. See, listen, baby. Underneath the surface, listen, the High Priestess is here for where you are in the present. So you do know, right? This is when you know, but it hasn't happened yet, right? You know it even though it hasn't been expressed, it hasn't been said, it hasn't been seen. Death. There are complete transformations happening. There are big changes happening. There are. Yep, the Nine of Swords, and there's anxiety behind it. There's sleepless nights behind it too. You know what? I take that back. It's not the sleepless nights that's behind it. With the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Wands, I feel like the transition is happening to energies that cause stress and anxiety and like that are unreliable in and out. Now listen, I do feel like some people gonna go ham too. I do feel like some people gonna go ham. You know. I get the information for you. Give me 1 second. Iviani. Recent past. Eight of Swords. See? In the recent past, someone was all in their head. Like I do feel like in the Eight of Swords, like you in the recent past, you could have been in your head about this shit too. But with the High Priestess, you know what you know, right? And really, Leslie, what could you do in this situation? Like I said, it feels like some of that shit I was talking about in the reads prior. Like it's a situation where it's not like it's anything that you can do about it, because you can't make people, right? You can't make people do anything but people, right? In the recent past, there was an energy of somebody being all in their head. This could also be your person, like being very stuck, being very much in their heads. In the recent past, that's that energy there. Oh, a Knight of Cups, yep, being very much in their head. But see, there's love and support. See, I feel like you might have been in your head and you might have tried to Knight of Cups some people. You might have tried to offer some people some love and some support. You could have tried to offer some support to some people. And, you know, some people can't be helped. But I also feel like this is somebody who could have been in their head in recent past. And like, at the same time, I feel like I said, you may have tried to offer folks love and support, put it where it goes in the past, like trying to get people to see, right? Yep, Two of Pentacles. See other options, see other choices, reconsider some things. But there is something coming in your favor, Ace of Cups. And then, like, so let's see what your near future is. Thank y'all who trying to give her the information. Thank you, big dude. I appreciate that. But just give me 2 seconds, though. I will try to copy and paste and get it in the chat, too. Near future for Leslie. Girl, you made me cry. The world. At the end of the day gotta end, Leslie. I got you, Iviani. Yep, I got you. You just came in. Right? This is the world. At the end of the day gotta end. There is a cycle. There are cycles closing out, right? There is an energy of learning lessons, right? So some people may need to learn lessons. Some people, a cycle is ending because they didn't learn lessons, right? Remember, we did have that Fool energy under the Hermit, and the Fool is after the world, right? This is the last of the major arcanas. The Fool is the first. I just heard it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. Look, the Ten of Pentacles. Yes. There is a situation that is changing with Ten of Pentacles all around you, Leslie. There are cycles closing out, lessons being learned. I also do feel like there are some cycles closing out for you on this front too, but I do feel like all the energy is telling me with those Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles and shit under there for you that you are coming out very good, right? I don't know. This might be 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 more for you, right? It could be something wrapping up and then boom, you in the money. But it could also be like, I do feel like there's situations changing with Ten of Pentacles here in the near future. Look what's under it, though, boo. I told you. It's not bad for you, sis. It's not bad for you because there's the Ace of Pentacles. It's presenting opportunities here. Big ones. Yep, Eight of Pentacles. Girl, lots of abundance. Ooh. And communication. And communication, baby. Give me one more for the near future. Thank you, Leslie. Strength. Leo energy. Page of Wands. So I feel like in the near future, you are probably going to be in this strength energy. You are going to be taming yourself, right? It's very much like you being strong and powerful, but very much resisting the urge to do certain things, taming yourself. I do feel like some people may act up about what's getting ready to happen for sure. But it's two major arcanas in the near future. There's a lot of pages here. Page of Wands, Page of Swords. So there's new opportunities here. There's energies of being watched and judgments being made. There could be situations dealing with children, possibly two. And then here's the Sun. Judgment calls being made. Everything being illuminated. But also a blessing and abundance. And the Three of Pentacles. Abundance as far as like stable foundations. Yes. Because some things are going to be a blessing for some people. The Sun and the Three of Pentacles. Hell yeah. And a Chariot. Yep. It could also be an ultimate decision being made about a literal son. But I also feel like there's this energy of looking at things for what they are, making really honest and direct judgment and decision calls, and it's in the interest of also being happy. So it could be somebody who is definitely in that mode, right? And you could know it or feel it. You wouldn't be wrong. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, Leslie, you're a Capricorn, and usually the money is important to you, but I feel like you're comfortable right now with that. It's like I got that shit, right? The money shit, I got that shit. Don't worry about that shit. I got it. Right. Probably that's why you feel that way. All right. The Empress, you are up next. And Iviani, I received your payment. I got you, baby. Okay? No, you know. Don't be pretty sure you know. You know, because you came up as the High Priestess. You saw how the cards confirmed everything I was saying. You do know. The reason why you say I'm pretty sure, and that's that thing about the High Priestess that irks the shit out of anybody who is intuitive, is because you always a little second guess it, because it's like, yeah, I know, but if you're logical and analytical, and you are, right, you're educated, you deal in science and facts, right? And I may not, be as educated as you, but I am that kind of person. Facts are just facts, right? Truth is just truth, and I deal in truth. I try to live my life in a truthful, honest way. I try to do that. I like the truth. I don't like a bunch of distortion, because the truth is just the truth. And I feel like you say I'm pretty sure because your intuition is telling you something that you can't prove, and you're logical minded, right? You go off of what you know, not what you think. So just hang in there, baby. You got it. You got it. No, Yazzie. Actually, the list is not long. I'm doing the Empress right now, and then I have Iviani, and that's it. Okay. Well, I'll tell you about the Scorpio. If that's what you want to know, I'll tell you. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do when you got that kind of mind. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like things like that is what keep people like you and I, that keeps our feet firmly planted on the ground. Because other people, others have intuition too, and they just take it to a very crazy, different kind of place. You can go out there and listen to some tarot readers, and there's people that may be out there that could speak the truth, right? They may be able to pick up on messages and speak the truth, but to what degree are they using it for, right? Well, like I digress. What positive purpose are they serving? And at what point do you give somebody something that's going to be meaningful for them to hear? I digress. Okay, baby. So let's talk about it. Big dude. Let's see what the current energy is. Let's see what's going on in the current with you and this Scorpio. The lovers. I want to be your lover. Doom, 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 doom. I want to be your only one. You think... He want to turn you on, turn you out, all night long, scream and shout, oh, lover. The magician, yes, okay. Do you have any other questions, big dude? Anything else? The magician. Don't want to pressure you, baby. But all I ever wanted to do, want to be your lover. Doom, doom, doom. Girl, the magician and the lovers. You asked me, then you the one saying you could do your thing, but so you wanted to know. Now here we are. Don't kill the messenger. Don't get snippy with me. You asked me. What hustle man said, you came on my corner bothering me. I'm trying to help you. You came around here on my corner bothering me. 19 G's. That's what the cards are saying. He want to be your lover, baby. He wants to make sweet, magical love to you. Page of Pentacles. That's what he wants. The Wheel of Fortune. That's what he wants. He wants to get lucky. He's up all night to get lucky. Up all night to get lucky. Well, he is. Knight of Cups. Have you know what I want to ask, right? Has that ever happened? Let's see what the problem is here. It's gonna be you. You gonna be the problem. Watch. What's crossing, big dude? What's crossing? What's the problem here? Ten of Swords. That shit is dead, chicken head. The Four of Wands. What happened the last time y'all was together? What happened? You know what I want to ask. Has he ever? Has thine eyes seen the glory? Have thine eyes seen the glory? Have they ever? Do I need to do the little hand gesture? Yeah. Do you know? I don't know why this is, but it is true. Like, Scorpio men are crazy. They're crazy, but they're crazy about us too. So what happened? Because the problem is you cut it off, and I feel like with the Four of Wands, it got something to do with the last time y'all hung out or something like that. The Hangman. Yep, the Nine of Wands. Yep, Three of Swords. What happened the last time y'all hung out? Because I feel like that is the problem. Yeah. So, okay, being inconsistent. You felt like maybe he was keeping you hanging. Like I said, the Nine of Wands and Three of Swords, it's almost like he made you feel away, right? Wounded your, and I'm not trying to say it like that, big dude, but I feel like we cool. I could talk to you like this. Like you could have felt like he wounded your ego, like he wounded your ego because he kept you hanging, right? Mm-hmm. Something about him, like I feel like he got that hermit energy in him. See, I dealt with the Scorpio before. You know they moody, right? You know they're very moody. I told you I've been training for this for lifetimes. My oldest son is a Scorpio. My father is a Scorpio. My ex-best friend is a Scorpio. These are all men I'm talking about now. And I definitely, the last relationship I was in was with a Scorpio. So I know a little bit, right? I feel like there's something about that energy, with that withdrawing energy. The hermit, he's moody, right? He withdraws or go ghost. And, yeah, we are too. That's why I don't understand why would they want to be bothered with us, because I've always been in an energy where I be like trying to, even with my son. just They insist. I don't know why that is. I don't know what it is about us. But they say Pisces and other water signs go together. But it's something here about, they say Scorpios and Cancers that we click really well with them. It's something about him like withdrawing with the Hermit. And then the King of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Then coming back, right? Then come back strong. Like that foundation is there and been there, right? Do we do that type of shit? Like get quiet, get moody, go ghost and shit, then come back with the King of Wands and Three of Pentacles, like y'all tight like that, like y'all like it's solid like that, right? Yeah, that's the problem. So the problem is the last time was the last time, right? The Ten of Swords, like you not going for it, right? So let's see where you at. Tell me where Big Dude at in this spirit. Be honest, since Big Dude gonna make us talk. The King of Pentacles. Who is he? The Emperor. Let me tell you something, Big Dude, and you can argue with me. It ain't gonna do no good because I'm going to say what I'm going to say anyway. I feel like you are open to this, but I feel like this is what you want. The King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Yeah. See that you listen. Now, unless you got other men's around you, because you could have other men's around you, and I'm going to tell you how I know you could have other men's around you, because I have a King of Pentacles here, I have an Emperor here, and then I have a King of Swords under there, okay? This could be 3 men. This does not have to be him. I feel like if we're talking about him in particular, this is what you want. You want him to step up like that King of Pentacles. You want him to come in as that Emperor. You want him to be that King of Swords. You want his ass to speak the truth, say what he mean what he say, be somebody you could rely on, depend on, bust open some kind of, I ain't trying to say it like that, but yeah, the King of Pentacles he take care, he holding some money. He provides, right? The Star, yep, and you want the truth. You feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now you could tell me I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I'm wrong. And I see it a couple ways. Again, there could be quite a few men around you, sis. There could. Period. But I feel like if we're just talking about him, this is what you want. With the Star and the Ace of Swords, I feel like it's almost like this could work. It could, and I feel like we could even heal this with the Star, right? We could carefully blend this shit and get this right. This could be what both of us wishing, but I feel like you want the truth. The Ace of Swords, the Star, the Page of Swords in the World. Yes, you want the truth, and you want him to come in such in a particular type of fucking way, which I can respect if I'm right. Okay. Really? Yes. Okay, and again, there could be quite a few men around you, big dude. And I'm going to tell you something. Somebody ain't bad because they're not coming up as bad men. You got the Emperor, the King of Swords with the Star and the Ace of Swords. So it's somebody who in a position of authority. It could be somebody who got some money. It's somebody who is speaking the truth. I do feel like with the Ace of Swords and the Star, it is somebody who is like showing adoration for you, giving you your props, showing adoration. It could also be something that is somebody who is saying yes to something that is wish fulfillment for you. Okay? Let's talk about what you don't know. What's going on underneath the surface here? The Seven of Swords. What you don't know is what you don't know. There is definitely some shit you don't know because there is someone with a strategy. The Eight of Swords. Yep. I do feel like this dude is trying to figure out how to... Yeah, this is somebody trying to figure out how to get themselves out of some sort of jam. Yeah, in reference to you, the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody got a strategy about something for you, sis, and they in their head about how to get it with the Nine of Pentacles. They are. Yeah, you the Empress. Baby, you the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress. So there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that there could definitely be someone trying to make something happen for you good, right? They could be trying to maneuver and make something happen for you in a good way, but it could also be somebody trying to get towards you in another good way. You coming up the Queen of Swords, so you speaking the truth. You making head over heart decisions. Somebody see you that way. One more. The Eight of Wands. See, some communication coming. There's some strategic communication coming into you from someone. The Knight of Pentacles. It could definitely be in the energy of long-term security, loyalty. It could also be something that someone's been wanting to say that's been a long time coming, okay? Girl, you done tickled the shit out of me. Recent past. You done tickled the shit out of me now. I done got tickled. I done got fucking tickled. Listen, I don't have a life right now. I live vicariously through y'all with these reads because, again, it's funny how I can tap in and I may not know exactly what it is, but I'm silly. And some things I do recognize. And if I can recognize that energy and it tickles me, I cannot help myself. The Wheel of Fortune. The recent past, something changed. Judgment, yep. In the recent past, the Wheel of Fortune, something changed. Something destined and fated changed here. And I feel like there was an ultimate decision call being made here. You got Sagittarius energy here. Scorpio energy. Let's talk about this near future. Iviani, I hope you still in the chat, baby. You are up next. I'm going to give you the same attention and detail. So just get yourself together. If it's anything in particular you want to know or there's anything in particular you want me to focus on, this would be the time to put it in the chat too, okay? All right, big dude. Let's talk about this near future here. Girl. Eight of Cups. Somebody is walking away from people, places, and things that's no longer serving them. and leaving some sort of energy out in the cold here. I also feel like someone could have definitely been feeling left out in the cold since you did this, but since this is coming up in the future energy, feels like turning your back and leaving somebody out in the cold. You could also be turning your back on some negative energy too, because I recently realized we always talk about the Five of Pentacles being like left out in the cold or lack of money. But sometimes the Five of Pentacles is simply a negative mindset, a broke down negative ass mind, woe is me ass mindset, right? There's somebody walking away from that. Walking away. I heard a losing battle. Look, Two of Cups, Ten of Wands, letting some shit go. Uh-oh, Shay. I see you got a note there. Letting some shit go. Ten of Wands. Here you go. Here go a man. King of Cups. Seven of Wands. Listen, you may really have a fucking man in his feelings. He trying not to show it. I feel like it got something to do with what you saying. Or something that you said. One more for the near future. Near future for big dude. I don't know. I do feel like this is you being on some cold shit. I don't know. I feel like you might be really feeling yourself when you walk away from people too. Right? You might be really feeling like you left. You eat my dust. I said eat my dust. Four of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like there's going to be some people, places, and things that you are going to turn your back on. But I'm going to be honest with you. Despite that, with the Four of Pentacles, they ain't letting you go. I feel like you are walking away from energies that you feel like are stubborn or selfish or won't give. It's almost like you are turning, in the near future, you turning your back on anybody who won't give you something, who ain't giving up something, right? But the funny thing about it is that somebody may not be giving up something, but they ain't giving up on you either. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I do see something about an emperor looking at you in a way, sis, too. There is a masculine energy. The Page of Swords, the Emperor to the Ace of Wands to the Knight of Cups to Temperance. Sagittarius season could be prevalent for you too. But there's something happening here with the masculine energy here for you. No doubt about it. And it's something about a masculine energy. Big tempering himself because he's gonna give you something you want. It's something that's gonna go up. He wants to give you what you want. Now I don't know what all you got going on here, but I see. Little busy self. Little busy tail. All right. Iviani. Is it all right if I just go ahead and do my thing? I have you, Paula, writing you down. Iviani. I like saying your name. I'm saying it right, right? Iviani. I believe that's what you told me. Listen, baby, it's a man that definitely, it's a king dingaling looking at you, sis. Let me be honest with you. It is. It may be more than one, but there's definitely one. He coming up Emperor, the big dog, baby, the big dog. And he had an Ace of Wands. It was a King of Swords with an Ace of Swords. I ain't mad at that kind of energy. I ain't see no devil. You know what I'm saying? That's what you don't want to see. You don't want that motherfucker around. All right, Iviani, baby, are you here? I just want to make sure so we interacting while I'm doing your read. I'm ready for you. That's who you don't want lurking around. If I'd have saw the devil up under there, I'd have been like, oh, girl, uh-oh. But no. And big dude, you got your mind right with the King of Pentacles coming out. That means that you got your mind right with what you are looking for. You came up, your position was the King of Pentacles, meaning that you are interested in somebody On some grown man type shit, sis. All right, baby, I see you, and I like that. I love that for you. You ain't wrong. You are not wrong. Okay. All right, Aviani, let's go. Let's talk about what energy is in the present for you. Now, boo, I don't know what's going on, right? So it does not have to be your energy, right? I'm going to feel my way through it, and then hopefully you going to recognize it. 6 of Cups. 5 of Wands. So there's this love here, right? Now, again, this could literally be, Aviani, you could be in an environment where there are children fighting. I don't know. The kids could be fighting all over the house, baby. You could be in between these kids. Literally, you could be breaking up fights all day between the kids, right? This could also be family, right? Family disagreements. This could be like someone you've known since childhood, right? This could be a past life soulmate, right? What I do know is there's this love here, but there's also a tug of war going on here, right? There's a 5 of Wands. Like, I don't know if it's if it's, like I said, if it's literally a power struggle, a tug of war, right? It's a war here with something dealing with this 6 of Cups energy. It's ending, death. Yeah, this is there's something here about somebody putting their foot down and really ending this war or this battle or this power struggle or this tug of war. Where are you at it? Aviani, come here, baby. Let me know if any fucking thing I'm saying making sense. Now, again, this could be work. You could work with children, or you could work with a bunch of immature fucking people, right? But I'm seeing the 6 of Cups here. But then I'm seeing like this power struggle or this tug of war or this. But then I have death and the Emperor. So I feel like there is something about this that has to change or is changing and transforming. I feel like this Emperor is involved with doing it, right? Because the Emperor is the boss, right? This is somebody in a position to stop all this. This could even be somebody fighting over like an inheritance or something like that. Like if a father figure or someone passed away, this could be like people fighting over an inheritance. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Eviani, you ain't saying nothing, baby. Please say something. Because I sure want to know. That way I can give you the insight that you may need on this. But it is, like I said, I'm not sure if this is just something that's happening with you and someone that like you know, that you had love for a long time or known since childhood or even family. Or if this is even like the kids fighting. This could like be a custody battle. I'm just not sure which one it is, and I would sure like to know, but it don't look like you responding, so I'm gonna have to keep going because I still got other people on the list, but I wanted you to respond to this. But this is what I'm picking up, right? I feel like the 6 of Cups is telling me that there is love, there are fond memories, right? There's something about a history. Or again, it's children fighting over children. But there is something here about an Emperor, I feel like, making some sort of ultimate decision. And you may be involved with that too, because you're coming up as the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, or it may be 2 women involved that needs to figure something out as well. Let me see what's crossing it. What's the problem? Dang, girl, you ain't said nothing. What's crossing it? Viviani. The 2 of Cups. See, if there is, see, the 8 of Cups. See, there's something about there is love. There's a genuine connection. There is. And I feel like that could be the problem, because the 8 of Cups, it could be like that's what's stopping somebody from walking away. That's what's stopping somebody from ending something. Oh, man, sis, I wish you was commenting. Damn, I want to know what's going on here. Is anybody hearing me or seeing me? Yeah, it's looking like ain't nobody in the chat. All my stuff is saying that everything is still going. Can anybody confirm y'all can hear or see me? Yeah, I feel like something ain't right here. Shay, you can? Okay. I'm trying to see if I'm tweaking. Okay, I'm trying to see if I'm tweaking. Cause she okay. Okay. All right, thank y'all. Okay, thank you. I guess I'm just gonna roll through her read. I wanted to interact with her, but Paula, just put a pin in it and Shay, cause y'all here. Just put a pin in it. I guess I'm gonna keep going. I definitely wanted to try to interact with her. I started thinking that maybe wasn't nobody, like something was wrong. But there is there is love. There's a lot of love. And the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups equals 8 cups. So there is something about a situation where there is a lot of love. There's a soulmate connection. The problem is it's something about walking away. This could even be like when somebody don't know when to just let some shit go and walk away, right? It could literally be someone just don't know when to let some shit go and walk away, like leave well enough alone. But there's some sort of situation about that. The problem is that there's this soulmate connection, and I do feel like to some degree that someone does need to like turn their back or walk away from people, places, and things that's no longer serving them. Yep, judgment. Yep, that's the problem. Somebody making that decision and trying to make it. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, baby, yes. Okay. Where were you at? I'm sorry. Girl. Why you disappear on me? Let me go. No, I didn't want. Okay, well, I just because okay. I get it, but I thought you wasn't even here, girl. Listen. If we're talking about someone passing away, the problem could be that someone passed away. And they went on to glory. You know what I'm saying? The 2 of Swords. But it is something about like making decisions, figuring some things out. The 2 of Swords, something about making a decision about some toxic things, or something about stress and anxiety, something about being able to move on from some toxic shit. That's okay, baby. Now that I know you here, I'm cool. Now that I know you here, I'm a lot better. So let's see where you are in this situation. Let me see where you are. The Knight of Swords and Judgment. So there's something here about you taking action, and you might know that you need to. The Knight of Swords can be the Knight of Severance, but he doesn't have to be the Knight of Severance. The Knight of Swords could definitely be the knight that, like, he says what he means, and he means what he says, right? He's going to speak directly and swiftly and decisive. It's also decisive. Now, you might know that you need to really say some shit, right? This might be you really need to let a motherfucker know. It could definitely be that, if Aviani. I'm making it not so mean and direct, but it could be you needing to really fucking do that, right? It could definitely be that, because it has something to do about judgment. It's something about you making some sort of decision or some judgment. Yep, the 2 of Swords and the Devil. It may even be like you needing to really speak the fuck up, because like people acting like they don't see something, right? With the 2 of Swords and the Devil. Or it could definitely be you need to make some sort of decision, and it's been stress and anxiety and worry behind the decision. Could be something about a Capricorn here, but it's something about being able to move on from that shit with the 6 of Swords. Okay? That's where you coming up in it. I like that. You didn't want to give me no leads. Next time, just let me know you here, and just let me know I'm listening, Key. That way I know, because I felt bad. I'm like, dang, and she may have wanted to say something or act something about it, and she missed her beat. I like that you want to challenge me. Cool. Challenge me. What's going on? underneath the surface that you don't know? What's happening that you don't know? What's going on there? The Ace of Wands. There's some sort of new spark, some sort of new opportunity. Seven of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. Why do I feel like literally either there's this opportunity coming in with this Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands is you're going to need to stand your ground and be protective over some shit because it's involving like your stability or your security, or it could literally be somebody trying to block that shit, right? Block that Ace of Wands from coming in for you, right? It's one or the other. Like I said, you might need to really like stand your ground dealing with your money, your finances, your long-term stability. This could even be like dealing with your children and stuff. But it could also be somebody trying to block you from receiving the Ace of Wands that's really for you, right? Give me one more for what you don't know. I do feel like you got an Ace of Wands coming in, though. Justice, yeah. Yeah, and the Sun, yep. Listen, there's going to be illumination, a blessing. I don't know if something legal is going on, but if it's something legal going on, it's going on. It's something coming in your favor. But I do feel like the scales being balanced. I do feel like this is something very much going in your favor. There's illumination, there's a blessing, there's happiness. Yep, the Four of Wands. Yep. There's something about you being happy. There's blessings. There's something about like celebrating. I don't know if there's something about a new house or a home, or celebrating something about a house or a home, or a celebration or a get together coming up. Oh, okay. Sorry. Fertility? I don't think I said fertility. Did I say fertility? Is that what you want? Are you wanting fertility? Because I had Justice, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun. If that's what you're wanting, I try to be sensitive about that because people cuss me out. Let me see what happened in the recent past. Sometimes people better not say that shit to them. I better not talk about no fertility to certain people. Some certain people. Shit. The recent past, the Hangman, the Fool. So in the recent past, there was some sort of energy with you with the Hangman. That's that energy I've been talking about all night. Like, and it's hitting different kind of ways, right? I do feel like there's an energy in the recent past where you kind of just had to hang in there, right? I also feel like there's an energy in the recent past where it's almost like you knew and felt you had to hang in there because some enlightenment was coming, or you just kind of hung in there until you were enlightened about some things, right? But the Fool is under here. I do feel like in the recent past, even though you knew you were in that Hangman position in the recent past, you also knew the Fool was here. Like there's a new cycle, there's a fresh start happening, right? You could be dealing with an Aries, a literal Fool. You could have just had to hang in there because you was dealing with a Fool. Let me see what's coming in the near future for you. The Five of Pentacles and the Lovers. You are going to leave. I feel like, again, and I don't feel like this is you leaving, you losing money. I feel like there's something about you disconnecting from some sort of negative mindset. The Five of Pentacles and the Lovers. See, because you got all the energy here of soulmates and lovers, right? Like lovers doesn't have to be literal physical lovers, right? These are soulmates. Our family, our soulmates, right? Because they are part of our soul tribe. Some kind of way, it was destined that we were going to be related to these people and have connections and ties to these people. There's something here about with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you are leaving some sort of negative lack mindset, and it feels like it's someone that you're connected to. The Lovers, you're disconnecting from those energies, right? That could have definitely been why that Two of Cups with the Eight of Cups. The problem is it's just turning your back on them because we not wired that way. You do want it. You want twins. I can't promise you twins, but I saw a son. I saw a sun. Sometimes the sun is a literal sun. I can't promise twins. But it could definitely be a sun. But I see you doing that. Yep. I feel like you're leaving negative mindset energies in the past, but you are also taking leaps and having new beginnings with energies that do feel more divinely guided to you. Give me more for the near future. Like it's things that feel, like I said, energies that feel more aligned with you. 10 of Pentacles. See? Strength. Yeah, I feel like in the near future you are like going, I definitely feel like there's an energy where you may have to like really tame what you want to say or what you do, for sure. You coming up as strong and powerful, and you may definitely be having to tame the energy to do certain things. But I also feel like with Strength and the Six of Wands, you are going to get recognition, victory, and success for your strength, because under the Six of Wands is the Ace of Pentacles. So in the near future, something goes from rags to riches. I also feel like in the near future, somebody's loss, right? Somebody else's loss may be your gain, sis. Because it does look like you are being rewarded, acknowledged, and getting some sort of success for your strength, right? And there's that Ace of Pentacles under there. When that Ace of Pentacles comes in, you will no longer feel like you're carrying a burden of a lot of things by yourself, and you'll start moving in a direction towards building some foundations and some support systems that you've been wanting to do, that you've been wanting, right? The way you've been wanting things, the kind of connections and situations and set up the way you've been wanting to do things, okay? You have 4 girls, no boys. I saw the boy. I saw the boy. I saw the boy. I saw the boy. Keep doing it. The Ace of Wands and Justice. Keep doing it. keep practicing. You'll get out of it what you put into it, okay? he may end up being a Libra or a Leo. Keep on. Baby, if you want that, I want that for you. And if I'm right when it happens, make sure you hit me up and let me know, Key. I am having a boy. It's a boy. Leo or Libra. All right. Shay, I believe you want a private read, don't you? Shay, did you want a private read? Because that's what I was thinking. But if not, you're next, and then Paula. Like it could almost be like tame the beast. Like somebody could try your patience, and you have to like tame the inner beast in you, right? Because you could really act out, right? You could really act out aggressively and very strongly, and you have to kind of like tame and resist, because you're in a position of power, but you were like in control, like control yourself and tame that energy, right? And it comes from a position of being powerful, right? Like you could act out and misuse your power, but no, you resist, right? Even like resisting the urge of going ham on somebody and some shit like that, right? I don't know. If you're, again, that's that Leo energy too. If you're doing it with a Leo, maybe a Leo will have something to do with it. It could also be something about baby Leo. I remember, you didn't want to give me any leads. Keep that in. You didn't want to give me any leads. Just keep that in mind, okay? You got 2 questions. Okay, so here's what I'll do, Shay. I'll do one now. I'll do Paula, and then I'll do your second one, okay? Is that cool? I think you sent notes. Let me see if I can see them. Okay, do you want to talk about the interview first? And then we'll do the second one after I do Paula. Is that cool? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Oh, Iviani wanted to keep me guessing. She gonna keep me in the dark. Wanna challenge me. Lucky for you, I'm filling up for a challenge. So I just told you in that live, I am feeling fearless and determined. I just told you I was determined to get to them answers. Gemini. That was in the Pisces read. I said it. Listen, think about the Pisces read I just did. It was Gemini and Leo. Keep that in mind. It could be something about Leo. Now, we out of Leo season. So if you didn't get pregnant in Leo season, I would have to say maybe Leo baby. Sun, again, but that's sun energy too, boo. Keep that in mind. Remember I said it. I feel like I should have some kind of say-so in the baby's name. But I won't. I digress. All right, Shay. We're going to talk about the interview first, and then we'll do the second question after I do Paula. Okay? All right, Shay. Spirit. And you said it's Tuesday, so that's next week. Okay. What can you tell us about the energy for the interview Tuesday? See what's going on in the present here for Shay. Actually, you Ree. I only call you Shay when I'm on YouTube because I know that you're Ree. The Emperor and the Knight of Swords. I feel like the employer I feel like there's an energy. This Knight of Swords feels like getting rid of people, right? I don't know if this person really recently had to let someone go or get rid of some people. I do feel like already there are some people that are not going to be considered. Whatever he saw at this point, he ain't impressed with. Like, whoever he saw, right, as of right now. I also feel like there's an energy where this guy could have recently had to make some heads roll, too. For sure. Look, 7 of Swords. Yeah. So, whoever is interviewing you, like however this is going, I feel like this is this employer. I do feel like there's like a plan and a plot and a strategy. I do feel like they could be getting like people who were untrustworthy or that they're distrustful of. Is something about some severances. Yep. The Star and the Sun, yes. I do feel like it's something about severing some old energy in order to bring in some more healing, fresh energy. The Star and the Sun. I'm not mad at it, though. Page of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so let me see. I feel like these people ain't playing no games about the actions they taking as far as like, and like I said, I'm not talking about you. I feel like because this is what's present right now, I feel like in the current, like it's already like shit being like you're being interviewed because they're looking to, if heads haven't already rolled, they're making heads roll, and I do feel like if anybody else has been looked at for that position up until this moment before you, it's not looking like it's not looking like that's anybody that they're seriously considering. So I like that. So let's see what the problem is. Let's see what's crossing the energy here for Reed. The Magician. The 4 of Wands. See, I feel like they want this magician energy, right? I do. I feel like whatever is going on here with this situation, they want some fresh energy in that place. They definitely want to separate and get some energy, some other energy out, and they want some sort of fresh energy. They do want to manifest. They do want an energy that they could work with. And like whatever's been going on, they could be feeling like the energy that they've been dealing with has been difficult to work with, and they want to get rid of that difficult energy. They want someone that they can work with for this position, right? This magician. Yeah, the Four of Wands. Yep. And they're waiting for that energy. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. I see them liking you, and I see that energy I see that energy growing. It goes from a page to a knight. I do feel like they are really genuinely interested in getting like the right kind of people that they can work with. And they also could feel like they're working with a lot of manipulative, sneaky ass people in there too. It could be almost like I heard too many people find more ways to not do their work than they do to, people work harder at not doing their job than they actually would if they did their fucking job or something like that, right? I heard something like that, like, manipulative, sneaky people, like they don't, like, I feel like there's definitely energies that they want to kind of a clean slate. So let's see where you are in here, Spirit. What's Reed's position, Spirit? The Four of Cups and the Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Okay. What I'm seeing is, Reed, you've been bored and discontent and unhappy about, and I feel like this is about where you at, right? You have definitely been over it, right? But you're coming up as the Nine of Pentacles with the Hierophant and the Chariot. I do feel like this is you most certainly. Like I said, it feels like it's not like you've been down bad, right? It's not like you've been down bad, but this is you been unhappy. But the Nine of Pentacles is single, solid, stable, and abundant, and this is the ability to move forward. The Hierophant, I do see you moving forward. I do. And people may be sad to see you go, honestly. But I see you. It could even be like you may hate to break it to somebody, right? But I see you going in a direction. I see you being this Queen of Pentacles. You're definitely talking to a man. There's men. There's a King of Swords, a King of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, I see you been unhappy. And you coming up like with the Four of Cups. You've been kind of feeling over it and unhappy about something. But I see with the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Chariot, you're definitely moving forward. And the Hierophant is about that commitment. And the Chariot is moving forward victoriously and successful. I do feel like there's going to be people that are going to be sad to see you go. Or you're going to hate to break it to some people, right? Let me see what's going on underneath the surface that you don't know. Seven of Pentacles. And the Three of Cups. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. I do feel like you are going to celebrate. I do feel like it is going to go in your favor. The Seven of Pentacles is investing, right? Investing. And the Three of Cups feels like celebrating. And it feels like the Ten of Pentacles. I do feel like they are going to invest in you. And there will be an energy of you celebrating. Yep. The Tower and the Eight of Swords. The Three of Swords. And listen, are you planning on really letting some people know how you've been feeling? If this go the way you want it to go, Reed. Because if Reed, I don't know why I feel like you might. Once this happening, you know for sure this is happening. You might come out of a bag as far as letting people know how you feel. Recent past, the Five of Pentacles. Whatever was going on in the past, you had a negative feeling about it, and I definitely feel like you felt like you want to get away from it. Yep. Six of Wands. Yeah, it just feels like with the Six of Wands with the Five of Pentacles, it was like I feel like you can't, like, A thankless job. That's what I'm hearing. Thankless job, right? Bunch of confusion. Your intuition was telling you this is a bunch of confusion. Some shit going on all over the place. You dealing with a bunch of foolishness. I don't even know if it's a little it could even be a little hanky panky going on up in there too, right? It could be a little bit of messiness behind people sleeping with each other and shit too. But that's how I'm seeing. Let me see what the near future is for you. Near future, Fareed. Near future. King of Swords. Look, I told you something about a man. The Chariot. I feel like this man is telling you, come on. The Five of Cups, strength, the world. Yep. Four Swords. Yep. I feel like there's a man telling you, come on. Give me more for the near future. I feel like your strength is going to be rewarded too. It's almost like even though you were really unhappy and upset, you remain strong in a situation. It's almost like your strength being rewarded. I feel like somebody could be coming at you like that way, like they're gonna reward you for your strength. There's a masculine energy here with a sword in his hand. 9 of Cups. I told you, come on. And it looks like he's gonna give you what you wish. But see, here go the other. See, it's just like I said earlier. Remember what I said in that Pisces read? Did you listen, Reed, at the end of the read when I said, you're going to get what you wanted, but it's like, I see it go back and forth. Like you stressed out about getting something. Then once you figure out that you're really getting it, now here come the next set of circumstances that's stressing you out, right? So I feel like this masculine energy gives you what you want, but then here comes the next set of certain circumstances that stress you out. So I have like the anxiety, I do have the strategy, but I do have you using your intuition. I do have you being very smart and very calculated. In the Fool, I do have you going in a new direction. And it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's like something destined and fated, like you're going on to a destined and fated next chapter of your life. Okay. You had the Emperor and the King of Swords there, so. All right, Paula, I hope you still with me. I sure do hope you still here. I know I've been taking my little sweet time, but I hope I haven't lost you. You are up next. And Shay, we'll get to that other thing. You just stick a pin in it, okay? You are here. Good, baby. Paula, do you want me to just go ahead and do my thing, or if there's anything in particular? Thank you for being responsive. You got me, boo. I just want to make sure that we get a chance to connect. Chop it on up. Now, as you may know, the first card I'm going to pull is going to be about the energy that is in the present, right? And Paula, this may not be your energy, okay? Doesn't have to be. I'm going to feel my way through this energy to figure out what this energy is, and then we will try to assign it where it goes, okay? But it absolutely could be your energy. We just have to figure it out, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get started, and if there's anything you want to type to me, you're curious about this Taurus man. Okay. All right. Let's find out what's going on, Paula. See, I'm glad you told me. Let's go. I don't know why I'm smiling. I'm going to try to remain. I'm going to try to remain very professional, okay? I'm going to try to keep I'm going to try to obey my professional responsibilities. So let's see. Spirit for Paula and this Taurus. What's the present energies here? What is situation for Paula and this Taurus? What is the energies that are present here? The Ace of Cups. Well, Paula, you asked. I asked. This is what this Taurus wants. He wants the Ace of Cups. I mean, I don't know what may have transpired between you and the Taurus yet. I'm even afraid to look under this deck, right? Because so far, so good. If we wanted to stop this right here, this is looking pretty amazing for what he wants, right? But as such is life, we're going to have to look under this deck. But this is the Ace of Cups, sis. Flat out, okay? So I would have a hard time reconciling something bad. Let's see here. 6 of Pentacles. So the Taurus wants to buy your love back. You know what, Earth sign love language is money, right? That's an Earth sign's love language. If an Earth sign love you, they'll spend that money on you or give money to you. That is their love language, right? And now I have the 6 of Pentacles here, so I feel like this Taurus wants to give until it hurts. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, because I feel like he's been left out in the cold. He misses you. He missed you. And he may, I don't know what happened, but he may be telling me that he went off in a new direction because he really needed to really heal, rest, and recover for some things. He might have went in another direction and took a time out. It could have been for some personal reasons, but there's something about him thinking about you a lot. Yes. He went MIA for years. Sis, listen, from what it's looking like to me with the 4 of Swords, I don't think it was personal. I think it was something that he was dealing with, that he needed to heal. I think he thought about you often. Yes, the 9 of Pentacles and the Hangman. He thought about you often, and Justice. And whatever he thought about you, whatever opinion he had of you, it was good and it didn't go away. It did not go away. Justice. He's fond of you, sis. Justice and the Queen of Cups. He's always thought something about you was right, sis. Listen. Let's get into it. Paula. And Paula, is this your first time with me? I think it might be. I just want to thank you, okay? And welcome. So let's see what's crossing this Ace of Cups, okay? The King of Cups. Let me tell you something that I know about Tauruses. My son that passed away was a Taurus. And my son could come off as very aloof to people because he was very quiet. He was very introverted. Not to the point like we knew him very intimately, us, me, and the other children, But he was very much an introvert. And he could come off as aloof. Like, you wouldn't really know that he was emotional. And there were times when he would surprise me, private moments between me and him where he would surprise me and I would see those feelings and I realized that he's deeply sensitive. But again, it's something about his nature where he did not overtly show that. He's coming up as the King of Cups. I feel like the problem is something about his emotions. Like I said, he could have been going through an emotional time. He could have had some emotional experiences. Was he ever in a military or anything like that? Because I'm picking up on something that could feel like a little bit like PTSD or something. I'm not saying I could be wrong, but like I don't know. But he's coming up as the King of Cups. Look, the Six of Swords. See, the problem is I feel like it's that energy with needing to get over something mentally and emotionally. And I also feel like the problem is that even though you guys were in separation physically, I still feel like there was an emotional space that he held for you. I feel like the problem might have been him simply coming forward and speaking his emotions, right? The King of Cups and the Six of Swords. Yep, the Empress. Sis, you coming up as the Empress to him. What? You coming up as the Empress. The Nine of Wands. And he know he hurt you. But see, here it is. There's that energy again, that wounded warrior energy. What do you know about his background? Do you know anything about his background, his family life? Let me see where you're at in here. Let Spirit. Where's Paula at in this? Where's Paula's consciousness? The Nine of Cups. I feel like, well, again, sis, this is wish fulfillment, right? Paula, I do feel like you have been feeling pretty good on your own, right? With the Nine of Cups, I don't feel like you are in any position where you are feeling like unfulfilled in life. Things may not be perfect, but I don't feel like you're unfulfilled right now. I don't. But I do feel like there may be certain things that you wish for that you feel like would make you feel even more fulfilled, right? Okay, but listen, sis, I want you to keep in mind so far what you got here. You have the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, the Nine of Cups, okay? What's under here? The Page of Wands. I feel like you are kind of positive about it. You don't have a negative feeling about it. You are wondering. You don't have a negative feeling about it. And I have to be honest, I don't have a negative feeling about him. I don't. I don't. I don't. The Page of Wands. Here it is. And you know what? I feel like he's excited to speak to you too. The King of Swords. Under here is the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups. This man has not been content with some shit. He feel like he missed the opportunity with you. It's coming up for me, Paula, where this man is kind of feeling like you the one that got away. Even though he was the one that went away. And again, it's coming up to me. I'm getting the strong urge of having empathy for him, even though I can't put my finger on what this was. I'm feeling empathetic. I'm feeling empathy for him. I'm feeling like he had his reasons. I'm not picking up bullshit. If I can just be honest, I'm not. I feel like you both are kind of excited, but I feel like with the King of Swords, and look at this, the King of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Sun. I feel like he's going to tell you, he's going to speak to you. He wants to be honest about the Four of Cups, right? Things that he could have been discontent about, unhappy about. It feels like a little, maybe even a little like depression, right? But I also feel like with this Four of Cups to the Six of Cups is that he's looking at it like he always looked at something about you as a missed opportunity with the Six of Cups. This is why he's back. And with the Sun here, it makes me definitely think like he always thought positively of you. I don't know. I'm picking up he may like your smile. I don't know. He might think you the kind of person that light up a room or something, Paula, especially if you're if you got a bit of a bubbly personality like me. It all depends on what social circle I'm in, what setting I'm in, because I can be very, very jovial and happy and fun to be around. And then I can be quiet and reserved and very receptive in other situations. It all depends. But I do feel like he has a very positive view on you. I do feel like you both are excited. I do feel like he feels like he's in a better mind space, clear head and mind now. Give me some for what you don't know. Temperance, see, healing, patience and divine timing, reunion and reconciliation. This is something that's been on his mind for quite some time. He's been wanting to heal this. This is reunion and reconciliation. I also feel like this to heal it. Look, the Hierophant. I'm telling you, listen, it's something that was going on here. I don't know if it was like family. Listen, it could have been something like dealing with family, religious beliefs, spiritual type of stuff. It could have been something dealing with like work and career. I am just not absolutely sure, but I do feel like there's something about him, like him always wanting to reconcile, right? But having to be patient and also having to heal. But look, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups. I'm telling you, I feel like there's something about he always saw you as some sort of commitment material. Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups. And you know what? It feels like, I'm going to tell you something weird. It feels like with the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Cups under here, I feel like that he probably is aware that you perceive his absence as being sneaky. But I do feel like whatever explanation he has, it feels valid. It feels like it'll be something that you'll be able to understand. You understand what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. Give me one more for what you don't know. He's been wanting to do this though, sis. The High Priestess. I feel like he always felt connected to you. I do feel like your intuition is going to tell you something about this healing energy, right? This is you using your intuition. I do feel like y'all may connect very spiritually. It may be something that y'all talk about in terms of like spirituality and belief systems where y'all connect. This is big. I love this, Paula. Look, the Ace of Pentacles. Look at this. Look at this. I love this. Yep, the Four Wands. Y'all are definitely going to enjoy each other's company. Y'all may meet up somewhere, but y'all may end up back to somebody's crib or something. Yeah. Y'all might end up back to somebody's house and then boom goes the dynamite. Okay. Recent past. The professionalism is hanging on by a thread, okay? It's barely there, Paula. Don't encourage me. Judgment. In the recent past, there was some ultimate wake-up call, right? Decision here, right? Listen, he could have even went through like grief. He could have lost someone, and this could be like grief or something, right? I know he's a Taurus. Let me tell you something. I had my son was a Taurus, but I've had a couple of like great loves in my life, and one of the great loves in my life was a Taurus. I don't know what it was about this man. He's no longer here either. He passed away a few years ago, but I don't know what it was about me. But he just loved him some me, and he was, like you said, he was rough around the edges. He had a reputation. People were afraid of this guy. He had a reputation, and he didn't play. He was all man, tall, dark, and handsome in every sense of the word. Tall, deep voice, commanding, such a commanding figure, and just fell in love. Loved him some old me, and as tough as he was, I could break that big old. I could break him down. I really did not think that he cared about me as much as he did until I made him cry. I told him it was over, and I was serious about it's done. He cried. I couldn't believe it. It shocked me. When he said he wanted to see me, I thought that I was afraid that he might have reacted like out violently. I was afraid that he might have done that. That fool broke down crying in my lap. I was stunned. I was stunned. So like I do know like there is a thing with us in Tauruses, and again, this guy does not. I I can't give you. I can't give you any negative. This flew out while I was getting ready, while I was channeling your near future. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is a plan. Look, the Ace of Wands. I mean, the Eight of Wands. There's something about plans, baby. If he see you once, he's definitely gonna ask to see you again. I do feel like there's something about telling you about his plans. There's communication with the Eight of Wands. The Ten of Cups. See. Yeah, you guys, this is gonna go well if you want this. And I see the Fool. I see taking a leap. Yeah, I see y'all taking a leap. I see it, girls. It's all kind of pages and cups. I'm a little jealous, girl. The Star. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous, girl. Congratulations, Paula. Give me one more for the near future. I'm a little jealous. It takes me back to thinking about somebody who really loved me. Like that guy really loved me. He did. Like he got me. And everybody don't get me. And that's something even my sister said. Like I remember like seeing y'all in the room together, and he would be watching documentaries with you. Nobody ever watched documentaries with me. Nobody want to see that shit. We be watching documentaries about Egypt and shit, and like he was strong enough to like I'm not gonna say I did things for him. I was very girly and womanly towards him. I liked doing it, right? So like I cooked for him and things like that. He didn't have to ask me. I liked doing it for him because he was a tough guy, right? But he was soft. Like I don't know. It's weird. I'm happy for you, the Empress. Yes, baby. Go. Yes, baby. Go forth. Look at this. Look at this, sis. Look at this. Paula, if you email me, if you send me your email, I would like to take a picture of this spread and email it to you. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Your cards are beautiful, sis. I could not have asked. Sis, I had nothing. Look, the Queen of Pentacles. I think this guy is serious. I think he's going to offer you something. I do think he wants to try to really build something with you. I do think he sees you as this Empress to a certain degree. I feel like he always has. Whatever happened, I don't feel like it was personal towards you, Paula. I feel like his absence was totally not personal towards you. And I feel like he were always on his mind. Just how it's coming up to me. Yep, Two of Swords, Justice. I feel like this is just something he always wanted to come back and do. And I feel like I do feel like he's in the energy of showing you with justice. I feel like he's serious. The Eight of Wands, I feel like anything he say he want to do, he going to show you. But he does want to. I do feel like he means you well, sis. So, I'm not guaranteeing you, And we all lived happily ever after, because we know life don't always work like that. But as far as like this man's intentions and if this has potential, and yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think there's I don't have a negative card on this board. There was nothing negative under this deck. This is absolutely beautiful. I am totally jealous of you, sis. Let me go ahead and take a picture of your cards really quickly with my telephone device. Okay? Yes, please. Keep me updated. And again, if you want a picture of your spread, just email me so I know where to send a picture to, okay? I'm going to take a quick picture of it for you because I think it's beautiful. And I know if you're like me, like I was, and you may watch a lot of tarot, but you don't read for yourself, or you watch a lot of tarot and you may have a deck, but you pull cards for yourself. It's always different when someone else does it. And I think that these cards, even if you don't have cards, you know what these cards mean. And I think it'll be awesome for you to see it in the spread because they're pretty. Please don't judge my table, okay? I am doing what I do. I do my best, okay? Yes, listen, y'all can meet in a public place all you want to, sis, but I saw the tower going down at the crib. I saw it. I saw the fireworks and the kablooey going off at the crib. So you told me to stay professional, and I tried to honor that. But I'll tell you what I saw. Okay. All right, Reed. Hopefully I didn't take too long. Okay, you said I'm here. Girl, you ain't have to say, you ain't have to, you ain't have to jump in like that. I'm sorry. Okay, here I go. But thank you, Paula. Paula, I truly appreciate. I appreciate you. And your energy was so good that it made me happy. Shit. Lord, I see what you're doing for others. Do not pass me by. I like that guy, Paula. I liked him. I did. Yeah, I know what you meant, baby. I know. No, you can't complain, sis. That was some good ass energy, Paula. If you was complaining, you'd be crazy. See, the good thing is you already like him. Like, you know, you already like him. So the spark is already there, you know. See, that's half the battle. Because when you have to force yourself to be into somebody just to, you know, when we do that for whatever reasons, that's not your case. You already like him, and he definitely likes you. For sure. All right. Now, because I know that other thing. Let me see here. Okay, we gonna see what's going on with a Cancerian. All right, Ree. All right. Yeah. Paula had a good ass read, didn't she, Reed? Yeah, Lord, I see what you're doing for others. Do not pass me and Reed by. Right? Okay, let's see what's going on with this Cancer in the current for Reed. What's going on with the Cancer in the current? Page of Wands. I do feel like there's an excitement about a new beginning here. There could definitely be like some things that somebody need to figure out. There could be some confusion, like some things to figure out or some confusions dealing with children. But I also feel like right now it's kind of a confusing time. Kind of exciting, but confusing. Like there is some new beginnings here. There's a spark here, but there's some things that someone needs to figure out. Some things to figure out. Yep, 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Yep, 2 of Cups. Yep. Justice. Yep, here you go, King of Pentacles. Yep, Ace of Swords. Ooh, girl. Okay. So right now he is feeling, like I said, it feels good. The Page of Wands, it feels really good. Like it's happening in the baby phases, but I'm excited. It's some stuff to figure out here for sure. And I also feel like there's a little bit of energy of that fantasizing, right? Because this could definitely be fantasizing and be a little bit excited about a person as well, because it's like 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, Justice. I feel like somebody is finally feeling like they have options and they're able to kind of explore something about new love and so like Justice. They're finally able to like go after the things they want, right? Get what they want and do things the way they want and get energy to the things that they want. Justice with the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. He also feeling good about money and stuff too. He getting some yeses. Yes, Justice. 8 of Pentacles and he ready to get working. Yep. What's going on? King of Swords and the Magician. Yeah, he ready to make some shit happen. What you doing, Kitty? Kitty, you gonna break into the bag? Really? Yeah. I see him. He's the King of Swords, the Magician, and Death is under here. He's definitely ready to start making some changes and manifesting some. He's ready to manifest some new things and also put an end to some old things. And I also see an Ace of Pentacles here. So something really good. Yeah. Listen, this is how I'm seeing it. He's feeling good, really good right now. And there's really good things coming in. And I do feel like with the 8 of Wands, I do feel like when he hits that moment that he's been waiting on, it's something about him communicating something to you. It's almost like he may have not felt good enough before, right? It's almost like, right, okay, let me say it like this. Let me explain it and how I am. Because I can only speak for myself, but this is something true about me. Depending on what's going on in my life at any particular time, like if I'm single I'm not interested in dating, or I won't even say interested in dating. I don't even feel comfortable trying to date if certain things in my life are not okay, right? Let me put some food in this cat's bowl because he gonna tear this bag open. I say this to mean like, you know how, and not like that, but you know, I don't want to say broke people shouldn't date, but if if you're dating, if you only dating to make money, right? You get what I'm saying. I feel like you get what I'm saying. It's like, oh, and you almost got in here. You almost did it. You little fucker. Here. It wasn't even that deep. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna hide it, because you definitely made a hole in the bag. You little orange fucker. Sorry, Ree. So, I almost feel like there's an energy where he's excited. There's still a lot of things happening right now, some choices that he has to make, and still a little bit of confusion dealing with as far as the children. But he's excited for a new beginning. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. Yeah, Justice. I do feel like there's something that is happening that's making him excited, where he feels like he'll finally be able to like express justice, right? Because if he expresses something, he'll be able to do something the way he wants to do it, right? He'll be able to do it justice. Like, I don't like dating if I don't feel a certain type of way about myself, right? Someone I can't give a relationship justice. That's just me. Like, everybody is not like that, but I'm like that. Like, if I don't feel a certain way about myself, you know what I'm saying. Let's see what's crossing this page of Wands energy. What's crossing this? But I saw like good things are coming to him. The Three of Swords. See, that's the problem. Like, see, look, the Page of Swords. See, there's still some things to figure out about some kids here, right? And there's been some pain behind it, for sure. And I do feel like the problem could be with the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. It could be somebody that look for ways to inflict pain. Yep, Three of Cups. Yep, it could be somebody that look for ways to inflict pain. But the problem is something about figuring out how to turn that situation around. Yeah, there's something going on with the kids, and there's a couple of options. Yeah, the moon was, I don't know. It's a whole problem with something with those kids. Like I don't know if it's like emotional manipulation, and there's a lot going on here with kids. It's Page of Swords, Three of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Moon, the Tower, another page. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot going on with children, and I feel like that's what the problem is. I feel like the Three of Swords is that like they're like the hurt and the chaos and what's been going on. I feel like it almost feels like to me like that takes a lot away from somebody, from somebody wanting to live their life and doing the things that they want to do, and you know what I'm saying, moving forward. In the words of my grandmama Ida Mae Norris, you have to mind who you have kids by, and that is true, And I feel like maybe he didn't mind who he had kids by, and I feel like because of that could have a lot to do with the circumstances that he deals with. Let's see where you are in this. The Page of Cups and the Sun are one of the children, little boys. You know what? I don't know if he has a son that's a little son like you or something. Right? I don't know. It's a couple things I'm picking up. I feel like there is an energy of something about seeing you happy. I also feel like you see some things really clearly about the situation too. You may be noticing that he looks a little happier now. I don't know about seeing him in the daytime. There could also be something about a little son here. It's picking a little. It's giving a very little boy. You know, it's a boy. Yep. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. And the girl is young. Yep. And the Knight of Pentacles. It's very sweet. Your coming up is very sweet. I don't know. I don't know if he like sees you happy. There's a happiness and a sweetness here with you. I feel like you could definitely know that he's sweet on you with the Sun and the Page of Cups. I do feel like his son may be a little sweet on you. You know, the kids like you. I also feel like with the Sun and the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, he could also be looking at you as somebody like long term, right? So let's see what's going on. Let's see what you don't know. The Devil. See? 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 The Four of Wands. Yep. I feel like this is being toxically tied because they got them kids together. For sure. I feel like the fucking toxic tie that bind. Remember what I just said, what my grandmama say. And I'm going to tell you something. I got a lot of nerve to say he didn't mind who he had kids by. Because I didn't either. This is exactly what I did. So, just to set the record straight. I watch a lot of Law and Order. And I feel like I'm Jack McCoy and just don't set the record straight. I get it. I also feel like you don't know how tempted he is by you because here's the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. Justice. I don't know. I feel like he might watch you out the window or something, sis. I don't know why I'm picking this up because this would definitely be like, give a little stalkerish. It could definitely be like him. He watches. Yeah, I don't want to look down at that devil no more. I do feel like he could watch you out the window or something. Could very much you know, the devil could sometimes be like that sexual attraction, but I also feel like he is toxically attached to somebody. Like I feel like it's a kind of energy where nothing will never be enough, and unfortunately because he has children with this energy, he's bound, stuck, and tied to it, right? It's like the fucking devil. I can understand that shit. Seven of Cups. Listen, baby, I am positive that there is some sort of masturbation or sexual thing going on here for sure now with the devil and the Seven of Cups. Hell yeah. But I also feel, hell yeah, I'm positive of that. But I'm also picking up that energy with, like I said, somebody is extremely toxic. And with the Seven of Cups, it just gives me a lot of illusion, confusion. It could even be like drug, codependency, abuse, anger, rage. It's just, it's icky. Look, the Seven of Swords, I'm telling you. I feel like there's something about what he may have to be strategic and sneaky about everything he do because he could be dealing with the kind of energy that's always looking for ways to hurt him. Always looking for a battle or something like that. For sure. Let me just focus on what I'm doing. Okay, Reed. Let me recent past. The Chariot. The Hangman. Listen, in the recent past, I do, like I told you, I saw under the deck. There are good things that's coming into him. There are good things. Things are definitely looking better for him. I feel like this Chariot is in the recent past. He got the go ahead with something to move forward because the Hangman is under there. Yep. I feel like it's something about like the recent. I don't know. Did somebody get a new car or something like that too? Or I don't know. Or, you know what? I don't even know. Why am I hearing something about like a custody agreement, maybe with the kids or something, with the hangman and the six of cups? And again, I do feel like in the recent past, when you got home, the chariot and the hangman, it's something about him seeing you when you got home or something. Like something about seeing you. I feel like this is you in the car. And this is you coming home. I still feel that. Like it is something about him seeing you in that house. Like from outside. Like he looking outside at you. But I do feel like in the recent past as well, there's some sort of energy that's allowing him to feel like he's able to move forward in a way where he's feeling more successful and he feels like he's getting victory, like he's feeling less stuck. He gets them every other weekend. Yeah, okay. Let me see what's happening in the near future. Near future for Ree. King of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. See, he may do something a little amorously in the near future because he's coming up as a Ten of Cups, and I know that. I mean, a King of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles is definitely like land, home, property, and shit like that. I do feel like he's feeling better emotionally too, right? He's feeling right. See, like I said, even with me, if I'm not feeling myself, it's going to be hard for someone to try to date me to get the King of Cups. The Queen of Cups. I can't give someone the Queen of Cups if things are off in my life. I have to be in a position, like I just, and I hate to make it sound like it's so materialistic, but for sure, like if I'm struggling financially, dating is the furthest thing from my mind. And because I was a mom, and I had these kids to support, which I took full responsibility for it. I was always like, how dare I be sitting up thinking about laying up with anybody right now. And I got this, that, and the third to be worried about. Like, I can't be no hoe bitch. And I'm doing that, like what, like, not like that, but like that. Like, yeah, I don't have no business in no man face and doing and entertaining and stuff like that. And I got real shit that I'm like focusing and facing on. And not like I expect no man to take care of me or do nothing for me. I don't. But I also don't feel like I don't have no business entertaining that. And I have children and things to do, right? And I do feel like it's like one of them things, like when you don't feel good about yourself, right? Things aren't good, you don't feel well. Some of us don't want to be in nobody's face when we don't feel good. Other people can do that shit, right? Other people could not have a slug in their pocket. They ain't got shit but audacity. They got a pocket full of audacity. You know what I'm saying? Some people was like that. They ain't got shit but a pocket full of audacity. For sure. And they'll still approach. But like some other people, they know when it's time for them to work on themselves before they can try to work on something as far as a relationship. Yeah. Right. And honestly, you like you have to side-eye anybody. I know I do. I know I'm a side-eye somebody coming up to me with nothing but a pocket full of audacity. Because what the hell is you like, huh? Look, but the Ten of Pentacles, I do feel like he's feeling better about that. But I do feel like there could be like an amorous overture soon near the crib, right? Yep, Queen of Swords, Ten of Cups. Yeah. I feel like there may be some sort of conversation. And it might start off small where it's just something because y'all are neighbors, right? He may say something about the Ten of Pentacles. You may say something about the Ten of Cups. Yep, and I also feel like there's some sort of cycle wrapped up where he had this attachment to this woman too. I feel like there could definitely been some sort of recent ruling or agreement or something like that. Give me more for this king. I want this in the future. Went back in. There we go. Oh, babe. Damn. I think he is really feeling himself in the near future. I do. I don't know what this two is like. He King of Wands and yeah, the Star. I think he feels better about himself. I think he's feeling more like take action, take charge. He's feeling more emotionally balanced, very much inspired. Definitely in the energy of big healing, right? There's things that's happening that's making him feel like he is back in a position where he it's like even feeling like I may actually be able to like have my wishes fulfilled. Like hope, yes, it's almost like his hope and his faith has been restored. He feels better. The Two of Wands, yeah, he feels better. He had to face some real shit on, but there is some shit that's changing for him. I feel like he had hell, baby, but again, I'm happy for him because I understand how that feel when you come out of that, and you just come out of feeling bad for whatever fucking reason, right? When you got shit that's whooping your ass, when you fighting the damn devil, right? And it does feel good when you're able to come back out like this, right? And I do feel like this is him in the near future, right? Feeling very much healed, and now your hope is restored, your faith is restored, right? You feeling like they're like there's still hope for things, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see that in the near future. And he may be a little bit more forward in the near future too, coming up as the King of Cups and the King of Wands. He may become a little forward. But again, he definitely feels more secure to do that. The King of Wands is a secure energy. You know, the King of Wands is he does not lack confidence, right? Right. His confidence, he's feeling better. He's feeling more confident. That's what it is. But yeah, I feel like we did good work here tonight. We certainly did. Ree, you know I appreciate you and I love you. I hope I gave you. I think you're the only one in here. I think it's just me and you. What time is it now? Yes, 2 o'clock in the morning. And the funny thing is I am still wide awake. I have to debate if I'm going to try to make myself go to sleep or should I just record some reads to go up for the collective in the morning. I do want to do Capricorn again. I have been wanting to do Aries. And of course, I know Pisces because I keep doing Pisces so long. I want to try to create a shorter one for people who don't have all that time. So, I got to debate what I'm going to do. But I thank you. I do. I appreciate you. And even everybody else who got this and got on because it is late. This was awesome. I encourage anybody who booked the read tonight to screen record it. Test me. I got you. I'm getting it together. See, I always be trying to let the dust clear with you. So I'll try to do it tomorrow. But see, I feel like I gave you a lot today. And I don't know. Should we let the dust clear? I don't know. But if you want, I could do one tomorrow. Well, later on today, rather. But see, I feel like I done gave you a lot tonight. And I want to see the results. I want to hear my results. We'll figure it out. But I may just do a couple more videos. I'll see if I end up staying up all night. But I love you and I appreciate you. And I love and appreciate every last one of y'all for participating. I'm going to put a little something on my stomach and decide what to do. But I'll definitely see everybody very soon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe just a little bit. Because there's some stuff going on. And I want to clock it. I want us to be able to clock it because I may need to be able to tell you. I may need to tell you what's next. You get what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm getting that little feeling, but I'm kind of getting that little feeling. Because you ain't really moved around later on the day and really even, you know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get me something to munch on. I have some collective readings posted. Y'all please be on the lookout for them. If I do some tonight, I have them posted very early in the morning when I'm asleep. And they'll just be pre-recorded. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the live sometime later on in the day. I know you're nosy. I know because I'm nosy. I know. I'm nosy. I'm working on it. Yeah, I feel like I gave you some pressure tonight though, so that's why I want to see. I wanted to hit. I want to see. I want you to go be nosy and then come back and report, so then I can be nosy again. Good night, Reed. I'm getting out of here. Good night, y'all. Bye bye.